The Philippines? They're fighting COVID.
No.
They're on lockdown.
Everyone is.
Mm-hmm. No, but like for real.
Really?
Like you can't leave your house.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think COVID was from that Wuhan place?
Probably, yeah. The lab.
Yeah.
That's what it's looking like.
So how does that even, like, get out?
Fuck, I don't know.
You know, how does it not get out the day before? Like, you know, how do people work around that shit?
I have no clue. It's got to be crazy to work in a lab like that where you gotta...
Viruses and shit, yeah.
Well, I assume they're working in like full hazmat suits all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it would be a big deal if like your suit had a rip in it or something like that. But, yeah, I don't know.
That's why I think, like, okay, it came from that place and they're at fault or whatever, but how you know, how does it spread all the way like that, you know? Seems like
I don't know. It's
something
crazy.
like...
Well, it's also something that we can't see.
Oh.
So, like, I have no idea how a virus moves or, like, acts in the air if you could see it.
Mm-hmm. If it floats or if it's heavy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah, like if you sneeze and you have it, how far, like...
I think they've done shit like that on Mythbusters before. Like how
can't-
far a sneeze goes.
Yeah, but stuff you can't see. Like the virus stuff, like that much. Does it still float all the way and hit the door, you know?
Right. I don't know.
That'd be crazy.
I'm sure they know, though, the people that work with that stuff. But what I'm getting at is it's probably... If we knew a lot about it, there's probably a million different ways that it easily could escape, and like it's very hard to keep it in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not like it's a physical thing where it's like kept in a locked box or something, and then all of a sudden it's like, where did the phone go?
That's why.
How did it get out?
That's why I'm like, how the fuck do they not let it out any other time? You know?
I don't know. Just and the not conspiracies, but. Like, it could have been let out on purpose or something.
Right.
You know, we don't know.
Like, that's where I'm like, how does it accidentally get out? And if it does, then how does it, that small of a virus, make it into someone's lungs? Like, it's got to be, you know.
Well, you would think that someone that works there was like patient zero or something. Mm-hmm. Like, it that would make more sense that someone like accidentally got contaminated while they were there, and then they're patient zero, and they're the ones that right. Spread it.
But they haven't said anything like that.
No, well they wouldn't, because that would be admitting fault.
They don't want to, huh? Mm-mm. But if it does get proven that it's from that, what happens? Like, what does that mean?
I have no idea. I don't know if it's definitely in like acts of war, like after World War II. I think I don't know, talking out of my ass here, but I think like either us or like the UN, and I don't even know if the UN was a thing back then, like forced Germany to basically pay X amount. It's like, you guys caused this, like fix it type thing. So it is possible for world governments to come together and like, I guess, not sanctions, but like impose similar things on a different country for times where they fucked the rest of the world.
Right.
So that could happen, but that would, like, when in World War II, there's no doubt that like Hitler was the leader of Germany, and then they basically started this whole mess.
Right, but there isn't really a doubt that it's from China.
There's not a doubt it's from China, but it's like, who's at fault? Like, that's why they're saying, or they thought it was like a bat from one of those open meat markets that are like terribly disgusting and unsanitary there. But now they're saying it's from the lab. And so probably like at the meat market, I don't think they could blame the government for that. But from a government funded lab
that we funded too.
Yeah.
And
see, that's the thing too. Like, okay, we blame them, but we're funding the lab.
Right.
So, like, who's to blame? Is it all them? But we're putting money into it, too.
Obama.
But it's not like, yeah, who knows all the shit that they fund? Like, what I was reading, it was only like $70,000 that we gave that lab for funding or whatever. It was like nothing.
Oh,
but
someone asked in a press conference, said it was like $3 million.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
I don't know, but either way, I mean, those are fucking pennies. Even $3 million for our
The
budget.
government, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
That is crazy.
And it's not like it's different than like a weapon of war that they were developing. You know, if Iran or whoever was not Iran, but like, yeah, I guess anyone, Russia, that develops a nuke and then uses the nuke on, it's like malicious intent, is what I'm saying. But even if it got out of the lab, even if the lab is from China, it was, unless they can prove that it was released on purpose, is probably an accident. And like, how do you hold them accountable for that? Yes, they did it. Then they fucking lied about it, which is probably more what they could keep them accountable for if they can prove that they lied about it. And the shit that I read was like they lied for however many weeks, and if they would have just said, hey, we fucked up at the beginning, then it would have cut the spread by like 95%.
Holy shit.
By a lot. So,
because then we would have locked down way earlier, right?
Well, if they would have done it way earlier.
Oh.
But they knew about it, and they didn't really do anything about it soon enough. It was like 6 weeks went by or something like that, and then it got out of hand, and then they started doing everything. But if they would have done it when they knew about it 6 weeks earlier, 95% less.
Wow.
So barely would have even been a blip.
Yeah.
So
wonder why they did that.
Because it makes them look bad.
Yeah.
And typically in like communist governments, that's like the number one goal is looking good. So they'll do anything to, I mean, that movie, The Interview, where they make fun of Kim Jong-un from North Korea or whatever, you know, they go there and then they see that the storefronts are like fake and stuff like that, but communist governments are known for doing shit like that, like lying about, oh yeah,
fake storefronts and stuff.
Well, yeah, when they have visitors, because it's supposed to be like, look how great this country is, we're awesome, I'm a great leader, yada yada yada. But in reality, fucking all the people are starving to death, and all the wealth is in the government, and there's no wealth in the people. But yeah, I've seen some shit online, and it's hard to tell what's real, but this seems pretty plausible that you can look at the aerial view of North and South Korea, and South Korea is a capitalist country. You know, they make a ton of shit there. Samsung's from there. I think Panasonic might be Japanese, I don't know, but they make a ton of shit. And it just looks like a normal, what we're used to seeing, you know, cities and stuff, all the lights. And in North Korea, it's just fucking dark. It's like no one lives there. There's like one little light in the main city part.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a night
because
view
they don't at night, because there's no, I don't know if there's no electricity, but there's no, like, the people are literally starving to death. And when you're in communism, you can't do anything. Like, you can't
leave.
They don't let you leave. No one comes in. You can't start your own business. You can't you do what they say, and that's it. And then they give you, like, they ration the food. The government's responsible for everything, like feeding its people, and then they always fuck it up, and the people don't get fed and starve to death.
That's what they want here, dude. Some people want the government to fucking handle everything.
Yeah, I know. It's great examples. Fucking go to the DMV. That's a perfect example of a government-run place that would be a lot more efficient if it was privately owned.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The government's not known for running things in an efficient manner.